Alright, in this video, we're going to be reviewing a 7, a 4, and a 7. Yes, for my aviation friends out there, I realize this is an A380, but just let me have my moment, right? Let's start with the 7s. The Yuxin Little Magic 7x7 magnetic is currently on sale at Daily Puzzles for $39.95, $10 off its usual price at $49.50. And I'm gonna say this every time, an extra 10% off with the Tingman code. 40 bucks for a magnetic cube is already pretty decent, but for a 7x7, we're reaching levels of insanity here. Now, cubes never feel perfect out of the box, and this one's no exception. It feels pretty sandy, quite unlike a lot of big cubes which are normally like too oily or lubricated when you first get them. It feels a little bit tight as well, but for bigger puzzles that's okay, because it's when it's loose that you get like pops and sort of like misalignments and funny things like that. Turning the outer layer feels pretty good. The magnets definitely can be felt, and it's really quite a nice size for a 7x7. The inner layers feel really nice as well. And so far, I actually cannot think of much that I don't like about it. Ugh. Except maybe that it's feeling a little bit stiff. 7x7s can be tricky to talk about because it's tempting to kind of think about them the same way that you would think about a 3x3, but they're really quite different. Big cubes are not meant to be corner cut very much. Their size is a bit more unwieldy, and that's just a fact. So having said all that, my first impression of this cube is actually really positive. Now, before I say anything else about that, let's jump over to the YuFu 7x7 magnetic, which you can currently find at Daily Puzzles for $27.50. That price makes no sense. I mean, from what I've heard, the time it takes to even magnetize an entire 7x7, let alone cost of materials and everything, yeah, it doesn't make sense how cheap this is. So instantly I can tell that this cube is bigger than that one, a whole 1.5 millimeters. It still feels really light, especially for a 7x7 with magnets in it. And oh, that feels nice. Alright, what do I think about this cube? This is reminding me so much of that budget 4x4 review that I did with my daughter. That one was actually really similar to this one in that I was comparing two magnetic 4x4s made by the exact two same companies, and my initial impressions was that the YJ just felt nicer to hold and to turn, but once I did actual solves, I found the YJ just catching a lot more and just being a little bit more problematic, and I have a feeling I'm gonna feel the same way about this. I would say the magnets in this cube are stronger than the Yuxin Little Magic. The edges are a bit rounder as well, which makes it a little bit more comfortable to turn, I guess. I'm a big fan of stickless puzzles, if you can't already tell, and I must say that I'm really enjoying the shades that they've used on both of these puzzles actually. Just for some context as where I'm coming from, I also have the X-Men Spark and the Moyu Aosu 7x7, both magnetic cubes as well. The Moyu is a heavyweight, stable but a bit slow. The X-Men Spark is a lightweight but super fun and fast to turn, but a little bit less stable. It's the one that I prefer though. These are cubes I'd say you'd get if you've got like birthday cash to spend, or if you're looking for the best of the best. You can tell they're quality puzzles. The question of course is, did the budget cubes cut corners, you know, in a bad cost way, or can they stack up to the big guys? As usual, I'm only gonna be able to tell if I do a solve. Okay, while past me solves those cubes, I just wanted to say that a whole lot of you are not doing 7x7, and I can tell because on the WCA website, the number of people who have solved the 7 compared to the 3 is about 10 times less. That's not good enough. I think there are a lot of people who are scared to try big cubes, and I just want to say, give it a go. It's really not too bad. It might seem daunting the first time, but it actually gets really fun, and the feeling of solving a big cube is a really good one too. Okay, rant over. Okay, confession time. I was way off with my predictions. I enjoyed the YJ a lot more than I thought I would, and I found the Yuxin Little Magic pretty tricky. Now, I like to test budget cubes right out of the box without any modification because it's a budget cube, but I had to break the rule this time because even while scrambling the Yuxin Little Magic, it was just so uncomfortable to turn. So I tightened the tensions a little bit, added a bit of lube, which made it a little bit better, although still not amazing. But I mean, I have to be fair, these are budget cubes. If you're looking for something amazing, spend the money. Get a Spark or a Hey 7M if you want to be really speedy. But if you don't, these cubes are actually okay. So yeah, from the mindset of someone just getting into 7x7, and as I always say, hashtag life's too short for non-magnetic cubes, it is wonderful that these are options that you can go for now without having to dish out big bucks for the premium cubes. Now I realized I only did one solve on each, and as you know, with time, cubes always end up feeling better, but if I had to choose one now, it would definitely be this guy. Sure, it's a little bit bigger, but it's still pretty light, turns really nicely, has strong magnets, and for the price, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Of course, not everyone's gonna agree with me, and that's totally fine. Plus, this cube could have been a bit of a funny one that I got, but otherwise, if you want to get into 7x7, which you totally should because it's incredible, get a magnetic cube, and I say, get the YJ. Alright, and here's the one a lot of us were super excited for when we saw it announced recently. The Moyu Aosu WRM 4x4. Look, accessories box. All the accessories. Does anyone even ever use these instructions? Yeah, Yuxin do. Poster boy for Moyu. Good guy. Magnets, screwdriver. And then of course the cube itself. First impressions, this cube feels small. Pretty shiny and plastic feeling on the outside. Let's give it some turns. Oh yeah, let's put some lube in this guy too. Okay, that feels heaps better. It's a funny thing to say, but it feels like a cube that, even though it doesn't feel amazing right now, could be great once it's actually broken in. It has to be smaller than normal 4x4s. Maybe it's all those 7s. Okay, here's the Yuxin Magic 4x4, the WRM Mini M, and my main, the Gun 460. Definitely smaller than the Gun, a little bit smaller than Yuxin Little Magic. And what's this? It is smaller than the WRM Mini as well. Cool. Only very slightly though. Okay, time for some soles, of course. Okay, so I just did about 12 soles with this. It's a little bit slower than how I normally go, but I think I like this cube. Like, it's sort of growing on me. I think it's safe to say that it's not going to replace my main, but it might become my new 4x4 that I take out of the house. Because of its small size, and because it is actually a really good cube. It's just different from what I'm used to. Ugh. Yeah, the Yuxin Little Magic is, yeah, it's a budget cube. And see, I'm just used to this one. I think the WRM Mini is its main contender. Not only are these two cubes similar in size, there's something about the feel that sort of puts them on par as well. Price, of course, is another factor. Currently on Daily Puzzle, the Aosu WRM is $64, whereas the WRM Mini is only $46. The WRM Mini is my daughter's current main, and because she's used it so much, it's been well worn in. It feels really, really nice to solve, which makes me feel a little bit unfair sort of comparing it with this one because it hasn't been broken in yet. But I have to say that based on current information that I have, I can't really recommend the WRM just yet. I might have to give it a go a little bit further. Actually, what I should do is get my daughter to give it a go. Except she's in bed now, so that might have to be done tomorrow. Well, that's that. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you enjoyed my review of the 747. It feels a bit funny ending by saying that none of these cubes impressed me very much, except maybe for the YJ 7x7 magnetic. I mean, how is your price even possible? But I think that just reflects some of the freedom that Daily Puzzles gives me in reviewing these cubes. They wanted me to be honest, and I was. And I think that also really reflects their authenticity and genuineness as well. They're not just out to make a quick buck, they really believe in supporting their customers and the cubing community as a whole, and it's something I really appreciate. So maybe you might want to get these cubes to try them out for yourself, or this video made you want to get some other cubes. Whatever the case, check out Daily Puzzles. They'll have the cube that you're after, and if they don't, send them an email. They love to get feedback, and like I said, their customer service is just incredible. Alright, thanks for watching, and it's time for me to take off. Moyu WRM, tell me what you think. What your overall thoughts about it?
I really like this cube,
Really?
actually. Yeah, I found it really nice. I actually really feel like it would be easy for me to compete with this.
Wow, I did not expect that at all.
I definitely like my main a lot still.
Actually, one other thing is that I remember when I do solves on your WRM Mini, I sometimes get little pops and stuff, but not once with the WRM did it ever feel that it would even slightly, you know, be unstable or pop. So overall, would you actually recommend the WRM?
Yes, it can actually turn really smooth and nice.
Maybe it is worth it after all. Okay, hey, thanks for your help. Bye.